white people don't like that. You don't like that term. You don't like that word, exterminate. You're going to be exterminated, all right? Now, go from there. Let's go back to Hosea, the 8th chapter, the first 3 verses, and then jump to Matthew, the 11th chapter, verses 11 to 12. All right, go ahead.
Hosea chapter 8, verse 1. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord.
Right. So when the Romans came and took down the nation of Israel, they came in the power of the eagle. When the so-called white man went to Africa and made a deal with the Africans and the Arabs, they came in the power of the eagle. I'm talking about America, right? Go ahead.
It says, set the trumpet to thy mouth, he shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law. Israel shall cry unto me, my power, we know thee. Israel hath cast off the thing that is good. The enemy shall pursue him.
Right. Israel have cast off the what? The thing that is good. What is good? The truth. The Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You got false prophets, fake Israelites out there teaching, calling themselves Israelite, men of the Lord, calling themselves teaching the Bible, but breaking it down the wrong way and telling you, oh, they don't know the name of the Son. And the key to the Father is the name of the Son. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
I'm on Matthew now, right?
Yeah, Matthew.
Matthew 11:11. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force.
That's talking about the Romans. All right? Which is America today. Now, I like the brother to go from there to the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, and you can start from the top.
Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And I saw one of his heads as they were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
So when the brother started from the top, it was talking about the Roman Empire, the power of the Roman Empire, and then it spoke about how he had a deadly wound, and that deadly wound was healed. So that deadly wound being healed is talking about America, because this is the Roman Empire all over again, all right? Like I said, that's why America carries the eagle, and that's why Rome carried the eagle. Now, if you look up on the screen, it says Jupiter or Jove, right? It says title, King of the Gods, Then it goes on to say son of Saturn, grandson of Uranus, husband of Juno. All right? And as you read further down, it says, means father. Job, father in Latin is a pater. Okay? Which Jupiter, during the time of the Greek, when the Greeks were in power, was Zeus. So it's the same God in the Roman Empire, but it's called the same God Zeus, but it's called Jupiter. Now, if you go to the Vatican City, in the Vatican City, you have what the founder of the so-called Roman Catholic Church or Vatican City. You have Peter. Peter's not in the Vatican City. That statue of that individual sitting on a throne, when you go on the tour to Vatican City and they tell you that's Peter, that's not Peter, that's Pater, which is another name for Jupiter. All right? Now, if you go to right. Paul speaks about Jupiter. All right. Now, if you Google the word Jupiter or Jupiter and the eagle, if the brother could do that, all right, Jupiter and the eagle, it breaks it down. So the God that this so-called white man is worshiping is not God. When they talk about God bless America, they're really asking Jupiter, the Greek god Zeus or the Roman god Jupiter, to protect them. But they call him God in this world, all right? Go ahead.
Acts chapter 19, verse 34. But when they knew that he was a Jew, all with one voice about the space of 2 hours cried out, Great is Diana of the Ephesians. And when the town clerk had appeared, the people, he said, You men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how that the city of the Ephesians is a worshipper of the great goddess Diana and of the image which fell down from Jupiter?
Yeah, read that again.
It says, and
the brother could get me number 30.
But when they knew that he was a Jew, all with one voice about the space of 2 hours cried out, Great is Diana of the Ephesians. And when the town clerk had appeared, the people had when the town clerk had appeased the people, he said, You men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how that the city of the Ephesians is a worshipper of the great goddess Diana and of the image which fell down from Jupiter?
Right, the image, because they believed in that God worship. Now, if you look on your screen there, and if you ever been to the Vatican City, this is supposed to be Peter, the founder of the Roman Catholic Church, or the first pope of the Roman Catholic Church, which is a damn lie. Peter never became a pope. That whole concept of the pope goes back to Constantine the Great, which is around 325 AD. Peter was long dead. He was killed during the time of the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. So this is not Peter. Even though he looks like a black man, he has a woolly afro and a woolly beard, that's Jupiter. So they understand that Jupiter, their god, their Greek god Zeus, or their Roman god Jupiter, is a so-called black man. That's him right there. All right? That's not Peter. And what I heard when people tourists go over there, they kiss his feet. They're kissing Jupiter's feet, man. That's the God over this country that you call America. Yeah, brother, you have something? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, when you Google the term Jupiter and the eagle, you'll see a site. It's called, now this is Greek, it's called Ethos Dios, and the translation means eagle of Zeus. Now over here there's a caption. It says, in other accounts, Zeus adopted the eagle as his bird when it first appeared to him before the Titan War as a sign of a good omen. The eagle was later sent by Zeus to carry the handsome youth, it looks like Genmaiades,